Thank you everybody for coming to hear about Vizsla Resources. We're a relatively new company and we have a very exciting project to talk about. So thank you for coming on a Sunday to hear us present here. Now I'll be making some forward-looking statements here. It's important to take some time and read this disclaimer if you have some time later today. Now, as I said, Vizsla is a relatively new company. We started in September of 2018 with an IPO completed through Haywood Securities. We moved really quickly after that, and in June we raised $2 million. November we announced the acquisition of the Pánuco-Copala options in Mexico, and in December we raised $6 million financing without a warrant. Now in January, we didn't really waste any time after closing the money. In January, we mobilized drill rigs and begun our drill program in Mexico. And just last Thursday, we announced a brand new discovery of a silver vein in the district right off of the Anima structure. So very exciting first little while for Vizsla, but then again, we're just getting started, and it's an exciting time for the company. Just a quick snapshot of our capital structure. We have about 55 million shares outstanding. The previous slide and this slide is a little bit dated. We closed at 90 cents on Friday. So we're moving up quite quickly there, but still just a good valuation to look at entering the story. We just closed a $6 million financing. And of those 55 million shares, myself, my chairman, our board, and our closer team own about 25%, 23% of those shares. So it's very well held. In my mind, I believe there's about 10 million shares kind of free trading in the market there. But capital structure is exciting and a new company is exciting, but what's even more exciting is this district scale opportunity in the Pánuco-Copala district. It's consolidated for the first time ever. It's been producing for 450 years. It's one of the last great silver districts in Mexico left to be consolidated. We have about 75 kilometers of total vein strike in the district, if you were to put those all together. And the company now will be the most aggressive junior explorer in Mexico this year. We just announced early in January that we would be doing a 14,500 meter drill program. And as part of the deal that we've structured with the vendors, we actually have a shortcut to production where we can move into a production scenario very quickly with the purchase of a back-end option here. And one thing to point out, this is a unique property in Mexico in terms of infrastructure. There's a 4-lane highway that goes directly through the middle of the project, and there's also high-tension power lines that go directly through the project as well too. So it's a very well-infrastructured project, very rare in Mexico, 45 minutes from the Vizsla airport. This is probably my favorite slide. In the top left corner, we show Pánuco in our district on a 5-kilometer scale bar, and how it compares to other great districts in Mexico, including San Dimas, Zacatecas, Fresnillo, Guanajuato, and in the bottom right, Las Chispas. You can see that it compares very favorably, and the potential for us here is to show size and scale on this vein field. And also point out too, if you were to leave the conference here, get in your car, get on Highway 1 and drive towards Chilliwack, as soon as you hit Chilliwack, you would have driven about 75 kilometers. And that's exactly how you would have been driving over our total cumulative vein strike put on end to end. So it's a massive district, and you need a lot of veins in a district to create enough mineralization for a mine, and we have that. But size without grade isn't all that important. Size with grade gives big potential. And that's what we have here. You can see some of the channel sampling and historic drilling that we've demonstrated on the property. Over a third of the total length of the property is very exciting. You can see at top there the San Antonio, over 4 kilos of silver equivalent. And I should point out as well that this is silver and gold in the equivalents. It's not base metals. There's very little zinc, if any, in these samples here. So half a meter at over 4 kilos. On the Descubradora, 5.5 meters of nearly a kilo, 850 gram per ton silver. San Carlos, 3.6 meters at 1.2 kilogram silver. And that's right next to the El Coco mill that we have under option as well too. So very high grade. So size and grade equals potential. We just made a brand new discovery. I mentioned the Paloma vein. Very exciting. We announced this on Thursday. It's high-grade silver, 500-meter intact vein that was never mined, never mapped, and we made that first discovery with only a month in the field. So I believe there's going to be more discoveries to come. So that's what we're doing. We're drilling now. As I said, 14,500 meters estimated for this year. We should start to expect some results in the coming months from that. We've also doubled our geology crew, and we have a significant team in the field making new discoveries and operating the exploration program. It's going to be a very exciting time for the company. We're also making the right relationships in Mexico. That's bottom photo there is me with the governor's office in Culiacan a week or two ago, and so we have the government support for this project here. So it's a very exciting time for us. Now the opportunity is huge. We have a district scale opportunity, one of the greatest last silver fields in Mexico to be consolidated. We're well funded. We'll be one of the most aggressive junior explorers in Mexico in 2020. And for a low cost, we can establish a resource and justify the back-end purchase of the district and production. And we're also led by an accomplished team, an experienced management team. So I invite you to come and meet us at our booth 5:30 and get to know us. Thank you.